everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we went and explored through the rest of this particular area and then went down into the students' quarters, which was filled with freaking gremlins. But we managed to clear it out at least. And we found a path down to the experiment halls. Very, very curious. Now, however, it's time to look into the library. We've got a couple books that I think we'll be able to hand in here. Oh, hello, spiders! Did not mean to step. Okay. Is there anything in any of these? Most of the halls are very quiet in here. Everywhere else has something, but here? Here there is no sound at all. There we go, the webs. Nothing in that hall. Nothing in that hall. Librarian office. Oh dear, chit rack larva. And there's a chit rack. Fortunately, we've gotten stronger, so we can actually kill them easily. Looks like the librarian lost something in there. Yeah, that's a body. No idea what's in there. I kind of want to see. I'm going to save and then take a look. Alright, let's just take a look at what's in here. You find the body of a murdered mage. She was barricaded up here behind several force barriers and left to starve. The closing of the school must not have been an entirely peaceful affair. And nothing else. Not worth it to use that. Reloading. Yeah, that's how you do things sometimes. The School of Magery Library. Free your mind so that wisdom may enter. No talking, no food or drink, no removal from this level. We can't go in there. Study carols. Nothing in there. Step forward. Something of value in this room? Strength potion. And some energetic herbs. And nothing else in there. Pick the lock. Ooh, gray mold. That's handy. More energetic herbs. Healing herbs. Papyrus sheet, and nothing of use there. So this is where they kept... There's a path further down. And there's one here, too. That also leads to the experiment halls. Where does this one lead to? You find a tunnel leading out of the school. It looks recently dug, as if someone burrowed into here recently. The tunnel slopes sharply downward. It's steep, but you should be able to climb it. Vanati Caverns? What? What? Okay, this is something we're going to be investigating here. You see that someone has etched several symbols into the cave floor just ahead. There's no dust or moss on them, and they're still pretty clean. Looks like they were etched here very recently. They look magical and potentially dangerous. Fortunately, you know enough about magical lore to know that whatever they do, they are very weak symbols. Step over them. When you try to walk over the runes, there's a small explosion. You're lightly toasted. Fortunately, it was just a small trap to keep pests away. Nothing serious. Not pleased with that, but okay. Hello! When you see the bizarre creature staring at you at the other end of the cavern, you reflexively draw your weapons. Your experience has taught you that something this alien is sure to immediately attack you. As you bare your blades, it does nothing. It simply sits and watches. You get a chance to look it over. It's about 7 feet tall and humanoid. Its limbs are long, incredibly thin, triple-jointed, and covered with tight, dry, gray skin. Its head is large and round, and its insectoid eyes glow slightly. Its sole garment also glows. It's a sheer, translucent poncho, brightly colored. It's a very strange creature, unlike anything you have ever seen. As you gawk at it, you realize it is sizing you up in a similar way. A minute passes in silence. Then it raises a spindly arm and waves for you to approach. You suspect you know what it is. A Venati, bizarre creatures living deep within the earth who have sworn to somehow entirely destroy the Empire. Fortunately, this one doesn't seem hostile. Yet. You approach the strange creature. It watches you with its beady, glowing eyes. It is sitting by a small fire, keeping watch on the western passage. It speaks in a halting, heavily accented, very awkward version of your tongue. Greet to you. I am being Torlek of Vanatai. We not mean war to you now. Why are you here? I am of the Vanatai people. I am being guarding. Greet to humans. What are you guarding against? Many small annoying things come to be eating us badly. Many pests in your school. Good masters leaving me here to watch as they talk of poisons. I am also here because of the poison. Can you help me? That not something I speak of but my masters. Move on and be finding them. Where are your masters? He points to the north. They discuss poisons and leave me to be guarding. Move on, for they want to be speaking at you. Are you hostile to me? Though you humans made the poisons that harm us, we still honor to be meeting some of you. Maybe someday there can be peace and joy between our races, after this disaster is ending. Can you tell me more of your people? We Venati have many colonies. Maybe other colonies of us have been meeting you already. We know not and have not, and greet you. Torlik continues to watch the western passage. Despite the problems between your people and his, he doesn't seem to be about to grab his weapon. You're a Venati. That is what naming we give us. We are Venati, and live far below. You live below the surface world. Venati make living in caves far, far below the world. We come up here now as mission about poison. Alright, let's speak with the people in charge, who are, conveniently, right here. All three of them have names. This Venati sits cross-legged by the fire, peering intently into a small glowing crystal. The stone is about the size of an orange and almost flawless. It's lovely. I am Zareen. I am honored to greet you. She speaks her tongue surprisingly smoothly. What is your purpose here? I am a magician. She holds up the crystal. I am a study of the energetic spells of the Venati. What have you learned about spells? The energy inherent in a perfect crystal is amazing to one who knows how to tap it. The mages in this place had some small idea. I would like to know of this thing they made, used for opening gates. Oh, do you know how to open the glowing portcullis? Ask Bayatel for his information. He has much to give you, including of the opening gates device. Interesting. Can you tell me more about your spells? Normally I would not be offering this, but it is urgent that we find a way to stop the poison from flowing down into the earth. With Venati I know many spells you don't, and I could teach them to you for a price. Would you purchase them? Sure. Capture Mind and Simulacrum. Not high enough. How high do we need to be to learn it? Tell me about that crystal. You do not know of us Venati. We live far under the earth, and in our magic we use the tools closest to us. She holds up the crystal. We use our crystals. They give energy to us. We even use them to preserve our ancestors. How do you preserve your ancestors and crystals? Those of our people who are most honored, on them we cast our mightiest spell. We withdraw their very souls and make them take physical form as a crystal. These crystal souls are our guides and most valued beings. Perhaps one day you can meet one. It is a truly great honor. How did you reach our lands? Long climbing, many miles through twisting passages, all alike. The tunnel back down is near here, but I would stay away from it. You would get lost and starve long before you reached our lands. Alright, what spells are needed, Draco? What level? 9. Well, we can bring it to 8. But it's gonna be another 2 levels before we can get it to 9. That sucks. This Venati is just as spindly and frail looking as the others. The massive blade in his lap, however, makes you suspect that appearances are deceiving. This creature is a warrior. He scowls and looks unwilling to speak with you.
I, Ati.
May I speak with you?
Warrior, me.
His grasp of your tongue is clearly quite poor.
Guard us. Poison.
What are you guarding against?
Monsters. Bad. I slay.
He pats the wicked curved blade in his lap.
Must bad, like humans.
You're wrong. Most humans are good.
Humans make poison. Humans loud on surface. Other trust are fools. Humans do bad poison and harm.
Do you know anything about the poisons?
You humans. Humans make poison. Until you prove good, you not trust on by me.
He produces a small stone and starts sharpening his blade, ignoring your further questions. Ati watches you quietly, has a hand on his blade. He looks ready to spring into action the moment you threaten him. It is quite a large blade. Ati holds it up to you so you get a good look at it. It is large but light and made in a strange wave design. It is incredibly sharp. Ati lets the blade fall back into his lap. He only wanted to show you how dangerous it is. Do you have any other weapons? Ati removes a disc from his belt and shows it to you. It has razor-sharp edges. It is no doubt meant to be thrown. It looks quite dangerous. He returns the disc to his belt and resumes sharpening his blade. The demonstration is clearly over. And now for who is likely their leader. This tall, dignified Venati wears a slender gold circlet around his bulbous head. You would guess that it is the group's leader. It nods in greeting as you approach.
I am calling Bayatel. To our people, tel is a term of respect and leadership. Hello to you. We would come to meet you in friendness.
He struggles to speak your tongue, putting together words as best he can.
But poisons summon us and call our mind first.
Why are you here?
I am much curious about your race, but I will refrain from knowledge gathering. We must discuss the poisoning of the land, for that is our purpose.
You do not want to learn more about us now.
No, you humans seem to interesting beings. We will someday wish knowledge of you.
So you have never encountered humans before?
We Venati are many, spread far. Maybe other Venati meet you, deal with you, fight or friend, not know. We only know of poison, and we need to fight this. It hurts us.
You want to gather knowledge about us?
We Venati praise knowledge gathering over so much. It fills us with joy. We know little about you.
Bayatel watches you solemnly. He shows no signs of awareness that his people and yours have ever been at war. You are here because of poisons.
By now you must have seen it, the poisons from this place, seeping to the earth. They are seeping down to us and hurting us, so we have been sent up to find the problem. Alas, we are having many problems in finding the solution.
What clues have you gathered about solving the problem?
We know what is needed to solve the poison. We do, but we are too few to fight the beasts of the school which are guarding an interference. We in and out and are getting little bits of information, but cannot act on it. We know you want to solve. We can give you information to help you do so.
What is this information? It thinks, and shows you something that might be a smile.
I glad you ask. There being a mechanism by the poisons to purge them away. There are controls where the foul chemicals leak out. Our scrying and magic tell us this is there, and what needs be doing. There are 3 goals.
Okay, this is helpful. Go on.
You'll need the opening stone and the crystal of power, and you'll need to use the main controls.
Where can I find this crystal of power? Bayatel points at another Venati sitting at the fire.
Ask Zerine of the stone with power. She knows of it.
Where is the opening stone?
This school has many glowing portcullises which are hard to open. There was a key left behind to open them. Good, and we think we know where it might be found. I met a peculiar insect.
I need the help of an insect?
Perhaps that is not the right word. We met a thing with many legs that called itself a chief spider. We spoke with it, and it, though odd, said it had a pretty rock at its lair. Maybe you should be asking it of this pretty rock if you've met it.
So I need to speak with a spider calling itself the Chief Spider.
Indeed, that's what it said. It was much a strange creature.
We'll be going back to the gifts. Yay!
One more thing. Where are the main controls? Below all else are the controls that run the entire school. They must be reached. We know not what must be done there, but our spell tells us this must happen. But first you must beware and have certain papers.
What should I beware of?
Fierce and odd beasts are being down there. Prepare well.
What kind of papers do I need?
Instructions still exist for using the controls of the school. Our spells tell us where these instruction papers being. We seek with our minds and we find them. Not in the school, but in the vale above ground, in a hut owned by a bitter man. He will not speak with you perhaps, but one in the vale may tell you the secret to getting his response. Good luck to you.
Well, we have the papers. Let's find out what we need of the power crystal. Bayatel said that you can tell us about the crystal of power.
Yes, I have the crystal you speak of.
Can you give me the crystal of power? She looks over to Bayatel, who nods. She then reaches into her robe and withdraws a small object, heavily wrapped in cloth.
Careful, it is hot.
She's right. It's hot enough to burn flesh.
We found this nearby. It is part of the controls of the school. We know not what it is used for. Perhaps you can find out.
It's probably the experiment halls we're going to need to go into. Can't take anything out of that. Little light, please. Thank you. Well, let's explore, see if we can see anything in these tunnels that would be helpful. Yeah, what the hell. Grab the mushrooms. Grab the mushrooms. You follow this passage for an hour, and it winds farther and farther down into the ground. After a while, it splits, and then splits again. You try to mark your path, but you soon realize that there's nothing down here of interest. You carefully make your way back. This must be where the Venati climbed up from. Okay, not going down that path. Oh, bats! Yay! Well, at least we can kill some of these pests. Venati. I mean, why not? Probably help them out a bit. Ooh, toadstools. Nice. Nothing there. What have we got over here? Ooh. Grey mold. Not something you find very often. Nothing there. More toadstools. And more bats. Didn't see that one. And sunly slimes. Okay. And a body. With a haste potion. And an emerald. That's handy. Well, at least it was worth it to come through there here. Okay, so the controls are deep under the school. And we needed 3 things. Papers in order to know what we were doing. We got that. A power crystal so that we can power the controls. We got that. And an opening stone, which is probably what is going to be needed in order to get through things like, well, these doors. And that is over with the gifts. So I suppose you should go back up to the gifts. Speak with them then. See if we can get this opening stone. And then we'll be able to open up all these other doors we got. And now that I think about it, we should probably take a look in there. We'll do that after we go speak with, the gifts. So we'll go to the gifts first. I mean, I could use it to see what's in there. I am curious. I'm gonna save and then take a look at what's in there. Alright, I'm just really curious to see what's in here. Shattering Crystal. A couple ghouls, and the destruction of this level miraculously left the small shrine somewhat intact. In particular, the altar managed to survive, its aura of holiness protecting it from the evil and horror all around you. If you want, you can take advantage of it. Meditate at it? You kneel in front of the altar and offer sincere thanks and prayer to, well, to whoever the altar was built to. This indiscriminate homage has a positive effect. You feel much better. That was not at all useful. I'm going to reload. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, not at all useful. I'm going to reload. Right, so ignore that. Has no value to us. And let's go right to the gifts. Fortunately, we know exactly where the chief spider is. Okay, which one? Ah, spider. I'm looking for a smooth black stone. Have you seen anything like that?
I don't remember lots of things. I might have. Don't know. You should ask the chief spider. He's good at thinking.
Okay, that's the chief spider over here. I heard that you know where I can find a pretty rock. It's strange it's a little spider brain trying to think of what you're talking about. Finally, it remembers.
Oh yeah, we had a pretty rock, but we lost it. One of those big bugs stole it. Hey, I'll make a deal with you. If you can get us some giant bug eggs, we can help you out.
It points to the north.
We can kill a few of the big bugs, but we're not tough enough to get past them to the eggs. If you get me a few, we'll help you find the stone. First, though, you'll need the password to get to the big bugs.
What's the password to get to the big bugs?
The password to get to the big bugs is...
It stops and looks around to make sure nobody is listening, and then moves very close to you and whispers,
Big bugs.
pretty much what I expected. Alright. We want to go kill some big bugs. The password is big bugs.
Yeah, that's the password. You can go by. Be careful, though. Those bugs are mean.
It skitters away. Yep, they're shit racks. You leave the spider caves and enter a new area. It is occupied by chitracks. Chitracks came from far below the surface of the world in Venatai lands. These large, dangerous pests have slowly been infiltrating the surface. The chitracks are kept trapped back here by the spiders, no doubt to eventually be hunted down and eaten. The hunt must be dangerous, though. The chitracks are large, nasty, and too dumb to flee. Hey, Bonnie leveled up. Alright, not that way. Or it must be one of these ways. There's probably just a hidden... Or it's actually right there and I just couldn't see it at the time. Nothing there. Interesting. It appears that the chitracks gather objects like pack rats. Mindless as they may be, they've happily gathered all manner of junk in this room. You see broken scroll tubes, scraps of paper, pottery, and all manner of junk. There might even be something useful buried in there. Alas, you don't have the months it would take to sort through it all. There goes a null bug. Let's see. Shard of Release sounds handy. Silver bracelet, amber, bar of tin, bar of iron, bronze helmet. Actually, that could be useful for you. There we go. Alright. I have a feeling that's probably where we're supposed to end up going in the end. Hello! Hey, come back here, you! And it vanished. Completely. There are two things that are interesting about this cave. First, of course, is the fountain in the center. It somehow survived and continued to function despite the explosion that destroyed this floor. Magical pumps bring water up from below and spray it in high, elegant arcs through the air. The second interesting thing is the water. It is the same oily sheen and bitter acrid smell as the water on the surface. For some reason, the curse is present inside the school, too. After the water is pumped up from below, it drains back down again through large grates. You wonder where it came from and where it goes. Yeah. Well, that explains where all these creatures can be getting their water. Get back here, you! Thank you. Alright. Ah, found the eggs. Just under the surface of the stagnant water, you see clusters of huge chitrax eggs, each promising another nasty, annoying creature. On the plus side, we found them, so grab all the bug eggs. Kill the rest of these chitrax. Aha! Thought there might be something up there. Couple lightning spray scrolls. Handy. Alright. Now let's go bring this over to the gifts. Alright. I brought some eggs. Can you help us find that pretty rock now? You give the chief spider the eggs. It does a happy little dance.
Thank you! Now we can raise our own yummy bugs and not hunt them. In return, I will help you and stuff. We had a pretty magic stone, but a bug grabbed it and flew it to the north. If you search the bugs' caves, you're sure to find it. Look for where they keep all the non-tasty junk they take.
Alright. Didn't mean to step in that. Alright, so it is basically that room that was up there. Please get out of the way. Thank you. Alright. So basically up in the northwest corner of this cave, or a series of caves, you know what I mean. You're in luck! If the spiders hadn't told you about it, you wouldn't have even known to look. Among the scree in the corner, you find a small round black stone, carefully polished, not unlike the stone you used to get inside the school. It's very smooth, as if many people had rubbed it in the past. You can only hope that it's useful. Take it. Opening stone. Yeah, that's gonna be useful. Yeah, I thought that might have been a path. Alright, so that's the opening stone, and we have the power... We have everything we need in order to try and fix this. All we need to do now is get to where we need to be. And I just realized there's a big empty area down here, so there must be some sort of hidden path over here in order to get in there. Probably reachable from the bug lair. Yeah, I'm going to investigate. Aha! I was right! There is something here. And there are ghosts here. I'm going to save before I die. Alright. Let's kill these. Of course. Don't know why you can't move. You know what? Just guess that. Damn it, get out of the way! There goes that. There. There we go. All of the books on these shelves are rotten and unreadable. Disappointing. Among the rotting books on these shelves, you find a barely readable book of magical instruction. You flip through the delicate pages, trolling for useful information. You find that it's written in an old but still decipherable script. Studying carefully, those who don't know it already learn the spell of spray acid. You return the book to its shelf. It's far too fragile to carry with you. We already know the spell. Or everyone who needs to know. Wow. That is a strong door. I have no idea what could possibly be in there. And we're not going to be able to get in there. Not anytime soon, anyway. Probably not while I'm here, so... Okay. And... Actually, I'm going to end this episode here. It's pretty much gone on as long as it should go on right now. next episode, we're going to use this opening stone on a couple more of those doors that were higher up, and move further down and take a look in the library. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I am Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.